channel. If you're new to my channel, it's your boy Prince Zay, and today we'll be discussing movies and TV shows that I feel like you should definitely check out or watch in 2023. Like, this is just my opinion because I know it's been like 1,000 movies, 1,000 TV shows probably made just this year alone, and I haven't watched all of them, of course, but I have definitely been keeping tabs on some of them. So I just have like a little list with me, and I'll be going over, I'll go through my list and I'll give you guys the show, a little detail, where you can watch it at, where you can check it out at, what season they're on, and etc. etc. First on the list, we have BMF. And if you guys haven't watched BMF stands for Black Mafia Family. You can definitely watch that on Stars. And right now, I believe we just wrapped up season 2. And we'll be going into season 3 hopefully soon. But basically, that's just about, well, first of all, it's a true story. It's about Meech and Terry, and it's very much a true story. It's also played by his actual son, Meech. But it's basically just like exactly what it sounds like. It's just a Black Mafia family, and I believe it's from like the 70s or the 80s, correct me. And they're just, trying to work their way up. I believe they're in, I don't want to say they're in, I don't remember. They're not in New York. I don't remember. But they're basically, they're like teenagers, they're young, they're brothers, and they're selling drugs. They're selling coke and crack, I believe. And they're just trying to come up in the city as, I guess, like young black men, and they have like this empire they're building, and they're trying to, expand and grow and make all this money, etc., etc. But I feel like it's a really good show. I feel like, we always need a show for the culture, and I feel like, that's a pretty good show. So I definitely feel like you guys should check out BMF. Another show that's on my list is Ginny and Georgia. Ginny and Georgia you can watch on Netflix, and I believe we just wrapped up season 2 as well, going into season 3 soon. And that is about a white mom who has like a mixed daughter, and she's kind of like trying to navigate that, but also the mom, like, she's kind of young-hearted still, so she's still going through like her own trials and tribulations, and her daughter is going through her own separate like trials and tribulations, but she's trying to like be there for her. But as she's trying to be there for her, she's got like her own scandalous things going on with her, like catching up with her, like her past is trying to arise. And I believe this last season she just got arrested, and so I can't wait for season 3. Definitely go check out Ginny and Georgia, a good show. This show to definitely check out is You, and that's another Netflix show, and I believe we just wrapped up season 4. Season 5 is coming soon. Actually, I believe season 5 is supposed to be the final season, but You is a great show. It's basically about a guy named Joe, and he has like an obsession like disorder or something. Like, when he is fixated on a woman that he likes, he just goes all in, and he like really he's really in his mind with it. And if he feels like it's not going the way it's going, he'll even kill for you, like even if you didn't even need it. Like, if he felt like somebody was looking at you the wrong way or just giving you looks that he didn't like or anything, he'll kill you. And if you yourself start pulling away from him, he'll kill you. And so every season he's kind of like going through like different like relationships and feelings and stuff, and he's literally just killing people, y'all. But the show is crazy. I would definitely say check out You as well. I feel like that's probably like a really good suspense thriller type show. I definitely give Netflix a shout out to that because You is really good. Another one of my favorite shows to check out on Netflix, and I believe we just also wrapped up season 4, is Outer Banks. Outer Banks is basically a show about a bunch of teens who live on the Outer Banks of what I believe North Carolina. Shout out North Carolina because I'm from North Carolina, but they live on the Outer Banks of North Carolina, and like they ride boats and stuff. But like basically, like one of their dads go missing, and they're like looking for a treasure, and with looking for this treasure, they're not the only ones looking for treasure. So it's like a lot of bad people are looking for this treasure as well, and it gets them like caught up in like this whole gets caught up in like a whole bunch of like just a whole bunch of stuff. But it's like an adventure show. Like, they're looking for a treasure. It's teenagers, they're looking for treasure, gold. They have like a map. They discover all this stuff that they didn't know before, and it's like a very fast, action-paced adventure type TV show, and I feel like it's a really good show. It's actually one of my top 10 shows, so I definitely would say check out Outer Banks. My favorite shows would be The Last of Us And The Last of Us is actually a video game that was made into a movie. I actually never played the game, but you can actually watch The Last of Us on HBO. But basically, The Last of Us is like, it's basically like an apocalypse show. And like they have like an outbreak, but this girl, she has like she gets bitten, but she doesn't turn into like one of the little zombie monster things that they have going on. So she basically has like the vaccine in her. So this guy is basically trying to get her to this place so the doctors and stuff can work on her. And in the midst of him trying to get her to that place, they kind of form like this bond because he lost his daughter in the beginning of the whole thing, and then she really never had no family grown up per se. So they kind of get like this father-daughter bond, I guess. But it's really good. It's like an action thriller adventure type TV show as well. A lot of action. It's very, very intense, but it's really, really good. It kind of reminds me of like Resident Evil meets it's like Resident Evil meets modern day. So I would definitely say check that show out. Really good. Top 10, they killed it. HBO Max first season. Next show I would say is watch would be School Spirits. School Spirits is a show that is on Paramount. And basically it's about a girl who she doesn't know that she's dead because she's herself, but she just knows she wakes up in her school, but she can't, every time she tries to leave campus, she literally wakes back up in the same spot that she woke up in. And that is because whoever dies in like the school, they can't, like the spirit can't leave. Like there's a whole bunch of school spirits, but she becomes one of them and they can't leave the school. And so at first she's not realizing that she's dead, but then she realizes that she's dead. And so she's trying to figure out who killed her and what happened. And then she has like a friend who can see her, but he can only see her in spots where they like communicated before. And he looks crazy, but he's not crazy. He can actually see her. And they're talking and they're trying to investigate who killed her and see what happens to try to get her, try to get her back. Or not back because she's supposed to be dead, but at least figure out who killed her and what happened because she can't leave the school. And then she meets a whole bunch of other ghosts that are stuck in the school from different years, 80s, 90s, 70s, things like that of the sort. I definitely feel like that show is definitely a top 10 as well because I feel like it was well written. Like I never seen a show like that before. So I would definitely say check out School Spirits. It's definitely a good show. And we just wrapped up the first season. I believe they said a second season might be coming. I hope so. Another show to watch, I would say, is Poker Face. That show is really good. It's on Peacock. And Poker Face is basically about a girl who can tell that you're lying. Like she can't tell if you're telling the truth, but she can tell if you're lying. Like if you tell a lie, she can call bullshit. And it's like she has like this power. So like she kind of like works with a guy at the hotel because they're doing like poker and she can tell if you're bullshitting. But within that, she kind of sees some stuff that she's not supposed to. And it gets her kind of wrapped up in this road trip where she's like kind of running from the guy because he's trying to kill her. And so every episode, she kind of ends up in a new town where she helps somebody with like a crime or something that happens with her ability to tell if you're lying or not. Another show I would say watch is Power Ghost. It's on Stars, and if you're not familiar with Power, Raising Kanan, the Power Universe, it's a part of that. But we just got to season 3, I believe, and it was really good. Basically, Power Ghost is just like another part from Power. If you haven't seen it, Power Ghost is follows the story of Tariq, which is Ghost's son, and we see him basically navigating through college, but going through like the same similar things that his father was going through with like selling drugs, but trying to make money and trying to keep his family safe. His mom and his sister and them are witness protective services. And he's trying to like get them back, and he's trying to like finish school because he's promised if he finished school, he would get all of this money, but then he kind of get wrapped up in like the drug game. So another show for the culture. I definitely feel like you guys should check that out. You don't have to watch Power to watch The Ghost because I didn't finish the whole series of Ghost, and I still get the gist of I didn't finish the whole series of Power, but I still get the gist of Ghost. So you don't have to, but if you want to, it just pretty much gives you like a backstory. But yeah, you don't have to. So let's get to a movie. I don't really have many movies on here, y'all. I did watch some movies, but I don't know. I feel like shows left more of a mark on me, I feel like, this year. But we do have two movies. So, and these were actually just released. The Mary J. Blige movie, So Real Love, is part 1, and then she released Women's Strength, which is part 2. Definitely for the culture. You can watch these on Lifetime. Part 1 and Part 2. Definitely check these out. Part 1 is about a young college student. She meets another college student, a male, and they basically fall in love with each other. She's doing like photography, but she's like going through some things, her own personal things, and then they're trying, not trying to like navigate through college, young love, and she ends up moving away, trying to pursue her career. And then in part 2, they're like, it goes like 15 years later, they're older now, and basically she's going through like a failed marriage. He's going through a failed marriage, and they basically end up reconnecting again and getting back together. So it's like a love story, like a black love story pretty much. And I feel like, again, this is really needed for the culture. I really appreciate that Mary J. Blige made these movies because they were really, really good, part 1 and part 2. So definitely go check those out. Lifetime or whatever you guys stream on, go check those out. Another show to watch, and this is a Netflix show, is Black Mirror. And Black Mirror just came out with the 6th season. I actually just got into Black Mirror from the 6th season, but I've seen like a couple episodes from previous. But Black Mirror is just like an analogy show where every episode is like a different story, but the stories have like a twist, like a twist. And this season was phenomenal. Like, I went back and watched the other seasons of Black Mirror, and I feel like this season alone topped every season they did, because this was the 6th season. And I feel like this season was just, every story that they told was just like captivating. Like, it really pulled you in, and it was just like, oh my God, what's going on? Like, what's happening? Like, season 6 alone, I would definitely say go watch Black Mirror. And if you've never watched Black Mirror, I know some people would be like, oh, you should start with season 1, you should start watching up. I would say you should definitely watch season 6 first. I feel like season 6 is going to pull you in, and I say this because I went back and watched some of the other episodes, because once I watched season 6, I was like, oh my God, I like Black Mirror. But I went back and watched some of the episodes, and it didn't give me that same feeling as season 6. And some of the episodes was dry. Like, I could tell they worked their asses off for this season. Like, they wanted it to be fresh, something new. Like, they just wanted it to be better, and they definitely captivated that. So I would definitely say, go watch Black Mirror. If you're into analogy shows, really good. On my list is, of course, a movie, and I had to put this on the list. It's for the culture. But Little Mermaid, y'all, with Halle Bailey, definitely go see that movie, because that movie is one for the culture. I feel like definitely because we never seen a black Little Mermaid, and I feel like she got a lot of backlash, a lot of racist backlash. So I feel like we should just all band, together and just go watch the movie and support her, because the movie was great, y'all. Like, I don't care what nobody says. Like, if you said the movie sucked, you're a hater, because I feel like she killed it. I feel like she's really like a princess, and I don't know, like, seeing her as a Little Mermaid, it just fit. Like, I feel like that role was perfect for her. Like, she has an angelic voice. The movie was everything. Live action, I feel like Disney killed it. So I think you still have to see it in the movie theaters. That's why I went to see it, but I'm pretty sure eventually it will be on Disney Plus. So yes. Another show to check out this year is Cruel Summer, and you can watch that on live TV. I believe you can watch it on they changed it, Freeform, or you can watch it on Hulu, because I watched the first season on Hulu, but now I'm watching the second season, which is the current season out right now. I'm watching that currently on Freeform, and basically that's just so. Season 1 was a different story, and then season 2 was a different story. So right now we're on season 2, and basically it's exactly what it sounds like, Cruel Summer. I like the show because it gives you 3 aspects in one. So within the show, you see, like, for example, the season 2 right now that's out, you'll see the summer of 1999, you'll see the winter of 1999, and then you'll see the summer again of 2000. So it gives you 3 different periods. And every period, the person who's going through whatever they're going through, they kind of change. So we get like the beginning of them all happy, then we get like the change where you can see they're changing, and then we get like the latest of them, which, like I said, the summer of 2000, where they're at now, and they're just like completely changed because of the situation they're going through right now. And so right now, the season we're on is pretty much about a girl whose mom took in like a foreign exchange student, or whatever you want to call her, and like they made friends, but like there's like a mutual guy that both of them like. and he ends up becoming dead in the summer of 2000. And so they're trying to figure out who killed him, and they're going back and forth through like the 1999, the summer of 1999, the winter of 1999, just giving you like backstories of things that happened, basically kind of setting you up for what's going to happen. So I definitely would say watch Cruel Summer. I feel like it's different, and I feel like it's very a good show. Another show I would say watch it's on Hulu, is Saint X. And I don't know if they're gonna make a season 2. I think it might have just been like a limited series, but it did just come out this year. But basically, Saint X is about it's a show about a girl who has a sister who ended up dying when she was younger, like 20 years ago. She died on an island. They went to like, I don't know, but they went to an island and she ended up becoming dead. And like, she's older now and she's trying to figure out who killed her and what happened because nobody is talking about it no more. And I feel like you guys should definitely watch that show, because the ending of that show is gonna have you just in like awe. Like, it's gonna be like, wow, like you don't even, who you think killed her, what you think happened, is just like, you wouldn't even think that. So I definitely would say watch that. It's definitely like an adventure, suspense, thriller type show, and it's definitely gonna have you on the edge of your seat. So I would definitely say check that out. Back to a movie, definitely check out Missing. It's on Netflix, and basically that's about a girl. And wait, before I can get into that, I like the Missing movie because everything is done through like digitally. So there's like, the movie is done through like the girl's laptop. Like, she has like an iMac, and she does everything through her laptop. So it's kind of filmed like we're watching like her point of view as she's like on the laptop. So we see her messages pop up and everything. But basically, her mom goes missing, and for a few days, and she's trying to figure out what happened through like investigations, through like her computer messages, pictures, emails. She like breaks into her email. She's trying to figure out what happened. So that is definitely a thriller movie you guys should watch this year, and it's definitely gonna have you on the edge of your seat. Another movie to watch is 1001, and it has Tiana Taylor in it, and it's on Peacock. And y'all, the movie is really good. That's another movie that's gonna have you on the edge of your seat. I feel like it's also another movie for the culture. And basically with that movie, she's just like, she gets out of jail, and she has a son that she hasn't seen in a while, and she takes him in, and we kind of see her navigating as she's gets her son back, and they're going through life, and she's teaching him, and they're growing up until he gets older. But the movie has a twist to it, and I don't want to give it away because I don't want to give spoilers out too much on here. But I would say definitely watch 1001 so you guys can see that twist, because everything is not what it seems. And I was so shook at the end, like, it made me sad, like, wow. And last on my list is Firefly Lane, guys. If you have not watched Firefly Lane, please go watch it. It's also another Netflix series, and it has 2 seasons. The second season just came out this year, and it actually was the final season, so that's it after that. But that show also kind of like the Cruel Summer. It's not like Cruel Summer, but it goes through like different years. So it's about 2 best friends who've been best friends since they were like 14 up until they're like in their 40s. And we get to see them navigate through all of the years. So it literally jumps from teenage years to the 20s, to the 30s, to the 40s. And we basically just get to be with them and see everything that's going on with them. And that show definitely has like a sad ending. But I feel like it's definitely a wholesome show. It's very sweet, and it kind of shows you, you know, that you can have a friendship, and it doesn't always have to be perfect. But as long as you guys love and accept each other, you guys can always have that type of relationship. So I definitely feel like watch Firefly Lane. I think you guys will like that. Yes, that's pretty much the end of my list. Like I said, this is just the first quarter of the year. I might do another video with more shows and movies I watch. If you guys have some shows and movies that you feel like I should watch, definitely comment down below and I will check those out, because I'm all for movies and shows, y'all. I love me a good show. I love me a good movie. So definitely let me know if y'all have some movies and shows that you guys feel like I should watch that I have not seen yet or I didn't talk about. But anyways, thank you guys for watching my YouTube video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and your boy is out.